Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the first of my 2-minute tip Tuesdays, and I wrote down everything that you guys had suggested in the comments when I did my introductory video about whether I was going to do this series or not, and loads of you seem to really like it. Quite a few of you still said you'd like longer videos rather than just 2 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to trying to keep it to 2 minutes. And then if there is a topic that a lot of you would like to know a lot more about, then if you let me know in the comments down below and say, yeah, we'd like to hear more, then later down the line maybe I could do a full video on it and go into a little bit more detail. The idea of this is just going to be really brief little tips from my personal experience about certain things. Loads of you were talking mainly about moving out. So I'm going to be focusing on that one particular, something to do with moving out today, which is basically going to be living with a boyfriend, because so many of you were like, oh, I'm a bit nervous about moving in with my boyfriend, could you give tips on that? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but that's kind of how these videos are going to work. So if you really like the subject, then give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below you'd like a bit more of an in-depth video. Like I said in my first video, if you haven't seen that, I will have it linked down below, but I'm not going to be doing this every single Tuesday. This is my main upload day, so I am going to be still doing other videos on this day, but every now and then if I feel like maybe I want to have a bit of a chat with you and give you a bit like some tips or advice, then I will like interject one of these videos into my scheduling, and I will create like a playlist as well. So if you literally just want to see some tips, then I will do that as well for you guys. So like I said, this one is going to be focused on moving in and living with a boyfriend, and I've got my little stopwatch on my phone. I'm a bit nervous about trying to keep it to 2 minutes. If it goes over a few seconds or something, you know, it's not going to be the end of the world. But yeah, so if you're interested, then keep watching. Okay, so first off, what I'm going to talk about is just before moving in. And I think when you know you're about to move in soon, you really need to communicate with each other on lots of different things. Whether it's communicating about how you're going to arrange your finances. A lot of people will just pay for different things and not have a joint account. Others will have a joint account and you chuck everything into it, like the amount that covers all the cost of the bills, and then from that, all of your bills go out of that, and then people keep their accounts separate, or some will be like, I'll pay for food this week, you pay for food next week. But you need to talk about it first, because finances can cause really big arguments, and a lot of relationships, it's quite stressful first moving in with someone. It's not been too bad for me and Dan, luckily, but it can be quite stressful for new couples, and I think finances, you don't just want to add that extra stress. So you really need to talk about what can you afford to get Sky, how much do you think you should be spending, sort of if you do a weekly food shop or if you buy as and when. Have those sort of discussions, because every family runs it slightly different, and you're creating your new lifestyle together and you're merging together. So I think you must communicate about your finances. I think the other thing to be communicating about really is how you're going to do the chores around the house. Now, I don't want this to be too stereotypical, but a lot of my friends and everyone said to me, oh, good luck moving in with a guy, it's going to be really hard work, they're going to be lazy, and I don't think that is for every single guy at all. But Dan hadn't really done a lot of housework before we moved in, and yet I'm someone who's a bit of a neat freak, so I was a bit nervous about it, but we've actually worked it really, really well. And something that we have got a bit of a rule on is that whoever gets in from work first starts the dinner first, so that it's ready for when they come in. Other things that we've worked on, and this is going to be a tip for girls more, is that don't praise them if they do something. Don't be like, oh, thank you so much for doing that. I haven't really ever done that. Oh, I'm going to keep going on this point though. So this has failed on my first 2 minutes, is that I think you just want to acknowledge that it looks nice. If I get home from work and I'm like, oh, this looks really, really nice, I love coming home to it like that. It's more acknowledging the situation rather than, oh, thank you for doing this, thank you for doing that. It shouldn't be a thank you. It's 50-50. You live together, so you should be sharing the chores together. Okay. I could actually go on for a lot longer, so I'm wondering whether this 2-minute Tip Tuesdays is going to even work out, or whether it's just going to be Tip Tuesdays. So if you would like to hear more, then let me know in the comments down below. There's probably loads more that I could say, but I would say they're my first 2 tips, is make sure you communicate and talk about your finances, and you're both looking after a house, so make sure that you have kind of got your chores in line with who's going to do what and how your system and rota is going to be. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.